Peter, can you touch me for a minute? Peter Anthony, the legend.
Oh,
Can you grab me? Okay, combination. Attorney Cuba and Peter. First of all, the myth of vampires sleeping upside down was inspired by the conquistadors in the 1700s. It wasn't the first time ever that it was brought in. Let's go over some points here by Attorney Cuba. Let's go over the main list right here before we get to closing arguments. Sorry, bear with me. Let's go. Larger cast of actors, Lost Boys. Best acting, Fright Night. Supporting cast, Lost Boys. Soundtrack, Lost Boys. Scarier, Fright Night, 2-0. Cinematography, Lost Boys, 2-0. Production value, Lost Boys, 2-0. Scariest scenes, Fright Night, 2-0. Better villain, 1-0, Fright Night. Hero, Lost Boys, 1. True classic horror, Fright Night, 1. Lead woman, Lost Boys. Lead man, tied. Makeup, Fright Night. Practical effects, Fright Night. Better looking girls, Lost Boys. Better looking guys, Lost Boys. Tell me if I'm wrong anywhere. Action, Lost Boys. Writing, Fright Night. Generational impact, Lost Boys, 2-0. Rewatch value, even. Ending, Fright Night, 2-0. Bad guy ending, Jerry versus them. Now, let's go to the closing arguments.
I actually agree with all that shit.
I know, me too.
Like, I agree. Just to let you know, like when I went to high school and I grew up and shit, there was things called pretty boys, and the Lost Boys were pretty boys, right? But every once in a while, God created somebody called a pretty boy roughneck, which was a guy who was good looking, jacked, and crazy as fuck.
And ghetto.
Those motherfuckers ran the show because they're a pretty boy roughneck, and that's my DNA. Let's go to the fucking closing argument.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Masculine on the outside.
Yeah, let me just get my shit. Let me just finish this real quick.
Right.
Oh shit. Oh shit, he slammed the shit.
Yeah. What is horror, ladies and gentlemen? I use the term gentleman loosely amongst this present company. Many components make up the fabric of what we envision as horror film. To some of us, it's a moment in their life, which Aaron talked about earlier. It was meaningful at that point of their life. To others, it's a form of entertainment, which many have said earlier. But to true horror fans, it's an awakening of the senses. Maybe what I'm trying to convey is a word that has lost meaning over the years. That word is scary. Scary is always scary. Scary is fucking timeless. Scary is not a fad, a phase. It's not cool. It's not in or out. It is primal and ever present since the beginning of man. Such as frightening. In a category to category comparison, I myself, which I just admitted live on air, the Lost Boys win in many visual ways, similar to the glam bands versus a true metal one. However, when you dig deep, when you go back to the basics, you will find that Fright Night is the true horror film. One of the best vampire films ever. Second, in my opinion, only to Bram Stoker's Dracula. It has the badass villain that you somewhat root for, similar to Jason Voorhees, the anti-hero, if you will. It has the sound effects, the special effects, the gore, the makeup, the fear, the dread. You literally believe Jerry Jandrich is a fucking vampire. Period. Do you believe that Kiefer Sutherland is a vampire? No. You think he's cool and somebody you want to be. I think cool. Look past the MTV generation, the sex, the glitz, the glam, and you will see that Fright Night is the better horror film. Fright Night is what we grew up with as the standard for horror. Comedy is not needed. Fear replaces laughs. Suspense replaces the flash. To me and many others, the true horror fans, Fright Night is the clear-cut winner. In closing, the Lost Boys fans sit home making love to their girlfriends, watching Scream over the weekend, while that same girl is cheating on you with me on a Wednesday night while we watch the fucking thing. Back the fuck off, motherfucker! Game over. Who wants to go? You want some poncho? Oh, what are you gonna do, Eddie Munster?
I can't talk right now.
All right.